Hi everyone! Welcome to another fun video. This one is about herbs and different plants and wild plants basically that you can harvest yourself. Whether it be in your own backyard or at a local park. You can go to a local park, someplace like we have Green Lakes here. There's a lot of land to go look in. If you're living in the city, it might be a little bit harder, but if you go, out a little bit, you might be able to find something. Also, there are databases online that you can search. I'm pretty sure the USDA has a database on local plants grouped by state. So I would look into that. I will put some links in the description of the video so you can look into that yourself. Now, see, my biggest thing is when I was growing up, 12, 13 years old, this was the path that I knew I was going to go on, but I thought it was very hard to find herbs and things. You go through some of these spell books and it's like some of the most random things that you'll never ever find ever. But if you find a replacement of something that's local, you've figured it out. So basically you're going to be harvesting your own plants. Like I said, go on the database, even just Googling local plants to wherever part you're from. For me, it would be local plants in Syracuse or central New York, upstate New York. But I do already know some of the stuff that I can get on the yard here. Now, I know that I can harvest yarrow. We did have yarrow at one point. The yarrow that I have in stock at the shop, it is the yarrow from the yard here. This one has been dried for a while, but the metaphysical properties are definitely still there. Now, as far as researching the different types of herbs you can use, always make sure you are looking into if it is safe for your skin. So if you're going to take a bath in these herbs, you need to make sure you're not going to die, because let's face it, we don't want that. Also, you need to make sure that if you're going to make a tea out of it, that you can do so safely. Make sure you're looking into all that. Seriously. So I'm going to get into some of the plants that are local to central New York. These are some, like I said, that we harvested right out back. They grow wild. I don't even have to do anything. I don't have to plant them. It's wonderful. Wonderful thing. So I'm going to start with the clovers. I have red clover and a few white clovers. The lawn was mowed recently, so I did not get all the white clovers in time that I wanted, but it's okay. So I have a lot of red clovers. These ones are not dried out yet. They were harvested just the other day, and they're actually quite overgrown. So let me just bring this over to you so you can kind of see. This is overgrown. That's pretty big, but I can still use it. So these are the red ones. Usually they're shorter. Okay. And then I have white ones. I have a few of the white clovers. And I'm sure a lot of you, if you're local, you see these everywhere. So the purple one, not purple. The color is kind of purple, but they're actually red clovers. They are mainly used in happy marriage type spells. And the white ones are mainly protection against evil or undoing evil, some sort of crossing. So those are very good herbs to have, right? Everyone wants a happy marriage and protection against evil. It goes kind of hand in hand. Also, around here we have Aster flowers. These are little purple, they look like purple daisies. Again, they smell so good. But they look like little purple daisies, and they have a very yellow center. And they smell really sweet. Unlike anything I've ever smelled before. These ones are a new find for me. I've seen these a million times, but I never actually harvested them. Those are wonderful to have also. And these you need to let dry out. Obviously, I'm at the drying out stage for the Aster flowers. And then I have cinquefoil. It's also called 5-finger grass. And there's a lot of different ways that you can dry these things out. You could lay them all out on a baking sheet and you can put it at a really low temperature in the oven, like 200, well, 250 I think is the lowest they can go, right? So whatever the lowest setting is, and just roast them until they're dry, not brown. I mean, it doesn't really matter if they're brown. Either way, the metaphysical properties are there. But you can do it in the oven or you can hang it, right? I have my little hanging star that I hang my plants from. If you've been to the shop, you know what my hanging star is. But yes, these are fresh cinquefoil plants. Now I do have some of that dried out already because it is a good plant. Being finger-like, it is useful in obtaining love, luck, money, power, and wisdom. And you can carry one on you to obtain a favor you need or a bank loan. But it is, yeah, it's good for money. But these are all dried up and I just kind of crushed them up. Right. Very easy to do. I just put it in a mason jar. I mean, you can put it in whatever kind of jar that you have. Even as long as it's completely dry, you can put it in bags, little bags. Also, another thing that I have harvested off the land here is fern plants. We do have a lot of those. Also, you might not realize, not a lot of people know that you can use some of these things, but sumac berries. It is good for a love spell. Also, it is good for court. If you bring 9 berries in your pockets to court, it will lessen your fine or sentence. Hopefully. As long as you do everything right. Also, okay, I'm going to bring a few over so I don't have to go back and forth. Okay, so I have my honey locust thorns. There's a lot of honey locust trees out here. They have the big, giant, deadly, crazy thorns on them. Here, let me take one out for you. But these are good for inscribing on the candles, like if you're doing candle magic. It is good for helping you with that. You could use it on a voodoo doll as long as it wasn't wax. If it was fabric, it would work. But these are definitely like a force to be reckoned with, right? And also, I would potentially put them in a witch bottle. If you took it apart, it could be like pins if you needed a replacement. I don't know who would have honey locust thorns and not pins, but you could use it for that. Let's see. Also, burdock. A lot of people don't know you could use this in magic either. But it is good for protective, cleansing, and uncrossing. You can use it in floor scrubs. You can carry the root of it to protect from jinxes and curses. Wards off negativity and general protection. Crazy, right? So we have that. And not a lot of people know you can use those. But that's what I'm saying, like, I think burdock grows everywhere, doesn't it? Pretty much, except for maybe not so much the desert. I have no idea, but regardless, it's everywhere in New York State, probably all the way down the East Coast, at least until, you know, the hot areas happen. I don't know. Also, anytime, if you ever get roses from your significant other, you can harvest those petals. You can use those petals. You can use them in love. I mean, there's different color roses you can get too. You can get white roses. Those are great for cleansing or anything like that. There's the yellow roses. I do have some dried here. These are my yellow and white rose petals. These ones were harvested right from, we have roses out back. Let's see. Also, here, hold on. I mean, you can bundle up your stuff that you're drying out and basically the possibilities are endless. As long as you can walk around somewhere and there's plants, you can find something that you can use. Now, on that note, I would like to recommend a few books, okay? Now the first one, these were recommended by my brother and his husband. And this book is amazing, okay? Is it backwards? If it's backwards, I'll read it. It's Hoodoo, Herb, and Root Magic. It is written by Catherine. I'm going to spell the last name. Yronwode. That's who made it. This is what it looks like, okay? So it has pretty much any herb or plant that you can think of in this book, right? And all you got, this is such a good reference book. It really is. I follow this big time. Pretty much literally anything that you can think of, it's in here. If you can use it, it's in here. Seriously, that's where I found burdock. Also, if you want to take the path of more of a healing approach to things, you can get something like this, which of course is backwards again. It is the Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine. And again, it has pretty much any plant in here. And if you actually have this book, oh, another one that grows local and wild, sorry, is lemon balm. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful plant. And it smells amazing. But I mean, this can help you identify plants as well, just to figure out what they're called, because obviously it has pictures on some of them. So yeah, really good reference books. Okay, now I think that is all that I have to talk about as far as harvesting your own plants. It's so important. I think everyone should do it. Now, if you do shop here, if you're a customer at our lovely little shop, you know, usually I talk about it to everybody, that my goal for us is to eventually have the shop in a barn, and then off the barn, it would be an atrium. That is my goal. I want an atrium, a decent sized atrium that people can go into and pick fresh plants, and then you can take it home and dry it out. Now, until that happens, I mean, everyone should always use the resources that are around them. If there's some crazy ingredient in a spell or ritual, there may possibly be an alternative to that, a replacement that you can use that you do have in your backyard or down the road or whatever. You know, I mean, even dandelions, you can use. Just look into the plants that grow natural in your area. That's the biggest thing. It's one of my biggest advice things. I'm really excited about these aster flowers. I kind of forgot what exactly. Here, you know what? Let me look. And I can tell you what the aster flowers. They smell so good, though. I feel like I can use them in incenses too. That's another thing. If you are putting them in incense, make sure that they are okay to inhale. You don't want to burn something that's going to kill you. I think that's the scariest thing when it comes to herbs and plants and all this. You got to make sure that they're safe. Seriously. Ugh, I forgot what the other name of it is. It's not even in this part. Alright, well, I'll look it up and I'll get back to you. I'll put it in the description below, and you can read what aster flowers can do. But there was a day that I spent in the yard smelling this scent. It was a sweet scent. I was like, oh my god, I have to find this scent. This was the scent I was looking for. I can't even describe what the smell is. Oh, it smells so good. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. I think maybe we will do a video on, different herbs and what you can use them for, more normal ones. But I feel like everyone, I mean, if you have questions, let me know. And thank you very much for watching my video. And I hope that you learned something from me today. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can contact me via YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, email, our website, simshomestead.net, to get all the good information. And if you have any questions that have nothing to do with this video, still feel free to ask. Okay? One of my favorite things to do is help people on their journey. So yeah, again, thank you for watching, and thank you for your continued support. Without you guys following my channel and following our pages and coming into the shop, we would be nothing. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but it's true. So I will talk to you all later, and I will make a video real soon. I think the next thing I will be making is a love spell video for anyone interested in love spells. That's definitely on my to-do. So, have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching. Bye.